Good morning. On behalf of the National Association of School Teachers of Youth, it is my privilege to present our speaker. When I first approached Mr. Cephalus, he looked at me like I had 4 right angles for a head. But I said, Ned, you've spent 12,487 hours in a classroom. You're an expert. If more of us understood the way you work, we would teach and learn better, and that is exactly why we're here. So please give a warm welcome to the program's youngest talking head, Mr. Ned Cephalus.
Thank you. I don't know about Mrs. B and my expertosity. I'm actually a very average teenage brain. And when she first asked me to tell you how I learn, I was like, okay, here's the world's shortest speech. I have no clue. And she was like, Ned, you have an opportunity to improve education. Keep a learning journal. So I did. This morning, I'm going to talk to you about 8 things. I like to call them my grade 8. 8 things I now know about the way I work. Number 1. If I'm going to learn anything, I have to feel okay. Okay, as in I can't be hungry or sleepy or lonely or sick or distracted. Nice ringtone, dude. I'm not just talking about electronic devices. Not distracted as in not worrying, not stressing. Even about something small like, what happens if I get this answer wrong? So say I'm okay. It turns out I can learn about anything if it means something, or if you can make it matter to me or my friends. For example, in 7th grade, Mrs. Spitzler taught us about the life cycle of a fruit fly. I cried when my Freddy died. So, the chances of my learning something are highly improved if A, it has to do with the real world. B, by total freak accident, I'm already into it. C, you let me pick my assignment. D, you're a great teacher, like Mrs. Spitzler. Or E, it kills its. Just kidding. Number 2, check. Okay, number 3. I need to own the information. I need to do something with it, something active. Note to self, just taking notes is not active. I'm talking about your hands-on type activities, something, I don't know, could be fun. It doesn't have to be party, even if it's just some random question I get to work out with my friends. Number 4, don't quote me on this. Hard can be fun. Not like totally frustrating. It has to be doable, challenging, with chances to get things right, rewards before I'm done. I really like the feeling when I get something. I also really like zesty party mix. Just a reward suggestion. Numero 5. I have a coach. I do much better if I have someone around who will help me make sure I'm getting it right. Someone who can show me how to do things and help me practice. I'll probably get it wrong the first time, maybe the second, possibly the third. So I also need plenty of time to make mistakes and learn from them. Speaking of coaches, how am I doing on time, Mrs. B?
So far, so good, Ned.
Okay, so those mostly deal with getting the information in. The last 3 have to do with making sure it sticks. Number 6, the classic use it or lose it. The more I have to use what I learned, the more likely I am to remember it. The pop quiz, not so popular, does actually work. Again, don't quote me on it. But you could also have me teach what I learned, or let me turn it into something. Number 7. I do much better when I get to spend time thinking back on what I've learned. I can also think about what I might do differently the next time, and how I've grown, because I do grow and change. I actually get smarter as I learn. Finally, now that I've learned it, where will I go with it? The idea is to build on it. Mrs. B said the morning breakout sessions are all about planning your next step. Well, that was the last of my grade 8. And as they say, all great things must come to an end. So, in conclusion, I want to thank Mrs. B. I seriously hope my grade 8 helps you get better at what you do. Now, I'll let you get to your planning. I'm gonna make like an adolescent eyeball and roll.